Alright, so we're back doing the quest more still. We're required to talk to Duncan and then Tarlatch. I just wait for the moon gates to pop up so I can get to Turkana quickly. And then it'll still be night so we can talk to Tarlatch. Yeah, so as soon as it loads up, we'll be good to go on that. The first book of revenge that we got right here. Basically talks about how Mors wants to, Mors is a human, but he's siding with the Foamers because the humans betrayed him and are evil, and he wants revenge on them. It's basically what that's saying. So, we're going on a quest to learn about Mors, because apparently bad things are happening around him. So, yes, let's get out my thoroughbred here so we can have some additional speed, and we will go talk to Duncan. Hello, Duncan. Yeah, I have to talk to you. Elder man gaze. Yeah, we know what Duncan looks like. The author of the book is Mors. You're right. It's not Mors Gwynduin, the hero, is it? No, it can't be. They probably just share a name. You know, I saw Mors Gwynduin a couple of times when I was young. In the second war of Turid plains? I don't know how to say that. He struck into the Foamer camp and stopped them from casting the ultimate spell and sacrificed himself in the process. So Mors, the hero, saved her by sacrificing himself. If it weren't for him, the evil wizard Jabchiel would turned Erin into a wasteland. Erin, whatever. Everyone was devastated when his friends returned with the news of his sacrifice is celebrated even to this day, and quite a few parents named their newborn children after him. Come to think of it, there's probably been enough time for his children to grow up and write a book on the Foamers. Is that so? Well, now we need to talk to Tarlatch, see what his opinion of Mors is, because Mors was actually Tarlatch's teacher. I don't know if we know that yet. Might have been a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure we're going to learn that right now if we haven't learned it already. Yeah, I need to start a timer, huh? See, I always forget to do that. And then on the live streams I remember, even though I don't need a timer on the live streams at all. Quite funny, but we're going to Seed Snatcha. Stopwatch, there we go. And I'm hoping we can get through the dungeon that's coming up in time with the episode, so that's why I wanted to make sure to start a timer, even though I forgot. Anyway, so now we're going to talk to Tarlatch. We're going to get 6,000 not 6,000 ability points. That would be pretty awesome. You could train skills very long. Ooh, another ancient coyote. I think we'll leave him alone though. 6,300 experience, as well as 2,500 gold and 3 ability points. So a nice quest for rewards, and we have 2 more objectives after this objective. And it looks like those would be in Dunbarton. So hopefully we can talk to Tarlatch here with enough time to get back to the Moon Gate. Hello, Tarlatch. I'm going to diesel on my horse. I'm talking to Tarlatch for a little bit. Mors' lost property keyword. Okay, now we need to move the quest out of the way. Mors Gwynduin. Yes, he's the author of the book. Close that. He was my mentor. See, now we just learned it. He also is a wizard who'd saved the world. I've always thought that he passed away, but he's apparently alive inside with the Foamers, apparently. Give me the translated book. I would like to look at it. Tarlatch flips through the book while he's a fast reader. Just as I thought. My master faked his own death, and for some reason now he's helping the Foamers. This must be what Crystal was talking about. Okay, I admit it. Perhaps I didn't lose the token, but I wanted to throw it away. Apparently my master was mulling over something after losing some item. I wonder what that is. Exclamation mark. Dunbarton's town office collects the items and returns them to the rightful owners. You might be able to find the clue if you can find what Mors had lost. If there's anything you can help it with. Nope, we're done. Finished conversation. Bam. Alright, now the thing is, if that took a minute and I can resummon my horse. Let's see. Yep, okay. So, now, we're looking for what Mors supposed to be lost. At the end of the book, it talks about him feeling sad that he lost something, or something like that, and that hate turns to sadness, and I don't know, there's a lot to read. in the like minute and a half I had before I started filming this. Because I was waiting for the moon gates. Interesting stuff. I also was reading the Goddess Who Turned Stone book, telling you about Morrigan, who saved, who turned stone to seal the dungeons somewhat, and prevent the foamers from getting through them. And that's kind of how this whole story started, is that Mari, Rari, and Tarlach were investigating the dungeons because they were apparently more active than usual. Oop, lag. Fun stuff, that lag. Alright, so now we're going back down to the moon gate. Winged Terra, that won't really help. Those are all locked and expired. Double, not helpful. I have all these red wings. Oh, yeah, we lost the Book of Revenge, so if you want to read that, you're going to want to read it before you do all this. Talk to Tarlach. And you still have the Goddess Tuner Stone. I believe you keep that until you discard it somehow. We also have one to Tircon, Tokon, occasional one of those. Abby, Bari, Rabbi, Terra. Okay, so you could use the red wings to instantly get to where you need to go, but I like to save them for times where I really need to get somewhere fast. But that's just me and my over-preparedness. But at any rate, now we're going to Dunbarton. Now, I mentioned the Continent Warp trick with VIP earlier, last episode, and you can actually still do that if you don't have VIP, because since it refreshes at 12 o'clock, both AM and PM in-game, you could just go at 11, wait for the one in-game hour, and then just Continent Warp back to Dunbarton. And that could be quick, but since the moon gates are up, it wasn't exactly faster to do it that way. So now I'm going to talk to Evan, who is the Lost and Found manager. If you die and drop your stuff and revive, and it goes and revive in town, it will go to the Lost and Found. You can pick it up there for a price of gold. Welcome, Dunner. My name is Evan. I don't know. It's some weird pronunciation in this game. I don't know. A town officer worker who takes care of the business in the Venture Association. I'm afraid I gave the item to Crystal. She's a priestess. Why wouldn't I give it to her? If it's so important, just speak to her at the church. What else can I come up with? Nothing. So Crystal already picked up the item. Suspicious that she's keep on popping up. No, don't click on the flag thing. So Crystal already has it. And am I in combat mode? I was. Just running with my hammer ready to strike. I don't think we're gonna need to strike Crystal with my hammer or anything. Awesome warhammer, which is probably less efficient than my dual sword. Anyway, Crystal, Priestess Laminar, Priestess Row. Okay, Crystal, I'm the Priestess Crystal. Nice to meet you. We've met several times, Crystal. You still remember? Because every day is it's like a couple weeks in Mabinogi time. Anyway, I knew you would be back. Here's the item you're looking for. I only remembered it later on. I figured the person who wrote that can find the lost. Who wrote that? I figured the person who wrote that could find the lost item in the town office. Broken Torque. It looks like a memorial item. Try using it in Math Dungeon. I gave you the ring, whatever goddess, just in case you need it. And thank you, Crystal. So now the quest automatically completed, and we should have got a new quest to clear Math Dungeon. Now this is actually an RP dungeon, which we have done previously, where we role-played as a character from the story, and this time we're going to be role-playing as Mors. And Mors is really fun to play because he has a very high, he has high-ranked magic skills, as well as a unique ability. Ooh, Brown Fox Nation. That we can probably kill. Excuse this mild interruption for just one moment. Yeah. He didn't give us experience because of weak mob. He didn't drop anything. But even weak ancients do have the possibility to drop things, so it's useful to kill him if it won't take too long. At any rate, Morris has a unique ability to chain cast his magic, which means every time you cast one magic spell of any kind that he has, you will be able to have all 5 charges of that readily available to you. So you don't need to charge all 5 charges. You can just charge once and you have 5 charges available to you to use. Alright, so you have to go to Math Dungeon, which is northeast of Dunbarton, and since it was just right here, I just ran to it. I could have used the feather, but it would possibly be more useful to use that feather later to get to Dunburton quickly, since they're fairly near each other. So here's Morris. He's a wizard. He has several skills. You're going to want to hotkey some of those skills. Oh, he has Windmill. Windmill's a good skill to have. Here's that chain casting ability he has. He has rank 1 lightning bolt, rank 1 firebolt, rank 1 fireball, which is a advanced or an intermediate magic, as they call them now. And normally fireball is a very powerful skill. Plus he has rank 1, and but normally you have to charge fireball to 5 charges to launch it. However, since Morris has chain casting and it applies to fireball, you only need to charge it once, like in effect. It takes a fairly long time to charge, about 4 seconds, which is pretty long compared to like the 1 second of lightning bolt. And you also can't move when you have it charged. But if you stand in the chest, you can actually open it while you do that. And fireball takes about 3 seconds to land, but once it does, it creates a fairly wide arc of just raw destructive power. And then you can easily finish off the monsters with the rest of your skills. And if you haven't used mage before, each of the bolts have their own property. Firebolt is the most single charge powerful skill out of the 3, and it gains more strength as you add charges to it. So with more chain casting, it gets to its most powerful form right away. Lightning bolt will chain to enemies if they are close enough the amount of charges it has. So if there's 5 enemies and you have 5 charges, you can chain to all of them as long as they're close enough. Boom. But if you have more than that on one enemy, it'll knock it back. If you have 2 charges or more, it'll usually knock back the enemy. Fireball will always knock back the enemy, and then there's Ice Bolt. Ice Bolt's main advantage is that it's very mana efficient, because the more charges you have, the less mana it takes to charge the next charge, but with chain casting, it doesn't really apply to Mars. Also, you can Lightning Bolt and Firebolt, you have to launch the skills all at the same time. However, Ice Bolt, you can launch them separately. So I can hit several Cobalt Archers in rapid succession. And there's that chaining effect of Lightning Bolt. And here's Firebolt, which did, well, it was a critical, but it did 1700 damage, which is, and that was another critical, which is 2000 damage. And you don't really need to pick up anything in here unless you need potions for healing, which I believe we already have potions. Yes, we also have these hyper speed potions, which are nice to use, so we'll use those. Get through here faster. If you can basically run this dungeon any amount of ways. You can basically use any of the bolts. Firebolt's probably not the most effective because of how long it takes to charge. Fireball can be pretty effective at clearing out rooms fast. Ice Bolt's nice because you can quickly get many charges and deal with a multiple amount of enemies charging at you. Lightning Bolt also charges and is very fast and very high damaging. Yeah. So if you're up against a single target, Firebolt will probably be good, but with most of these skills for Ice Bolt, you can basically kill any enemy you come across in this dungeon with one hit, so it's generally not needed. But I personally, I just got Fireball on my elf, so now I can use it without having to RP as Mors. But since Mors has chain casting Fireball, it's much easier to use, and since it's rank 1, also it's pretty fun to use. So I generally use Fireball in these situations, just because they're fun and it's just fun to do rampant destruction among the monsters. Rats. Okay. Anything about rats is right after they spawn, there will be more rats. So I was attempting to kill them before the fireball struck. They have about 3 seconds, but I didn't quite get the rats killed in time. Ice Bolt may be the least powerful of the skills you have access to, but Mors' melee, however, is not near as powerful. And you can get in some trouble with how fast they'll aggro you. If something survives Fireball, and by surviving Fireball basically means it goes into deadly status, which is where it has less than normal HP, and it has less than 1 HP basically, and anything that hits it will basically kill it. So any enemies going deadly will immediately aggro and charge you. So it's generally useful to have something like Ice Bolt or Lightning Bolt charge, so you can quickly dispatch those enemies if they survive. Now, since we don't get to keep any experience or gold or potions or anything from this dungeon, it's purely just running, I'm just going to speed run, and we actually hit a mini show, which will be halfway through the dungeon. Now, I'm going to read some of this, but due to the crashing errors, I don't want to record all the way through it. I need to rest. There's no end to this. I've been constantly circling this dungeon. We'll look at the map after that and see if that's true. My body has gotten much weaker ever since I was knocked unconscious about 2 months. I need to save my energy. So apparently Moores, after he sacrificed himself, air quotes, he woke up so this is about 2 months from then, and he's been unconscious or in a coma or something like that for 2 months. Is there an exit that way? Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now. You can read the rest yourself. Or I'll read this part, then stop recording. Don't stop, must return. I promise you this torque. I won't stop now. Alright, so basically what I read without you guys is that Morris promised his wife Sheila that he would return, and so he wants to get back to her, and he also wants to know why his friends betrayed him. Just like the Book of Revenge said, he was betrayed by his friends, people who called him a hero. I don't believe these are mimics. Yep, these are treasure chests. Then if you have keys which you can get from the dungeon, you can open them, but since we don't get any of the items or anything from this dungeon, it's not really worth opening them unless you're actually doing it yourself. Now, I'm trying to open the doors and just run through them, or I can just use Lightning Bolt. That works too. There's a treasure chest key that will open those chests back there. There's actually 2 on the ground. But if you are quick enough, you can just hit the orb that opens the door and then just run through without fighting the monsters. However, if you open up too many of the orbs and too many monsters spawn, you can get aggroed very heavily. Kobolds in general are aggro pretty fast, as well as can multi-aggro, especially the archers and the warriors. You'll get. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a rat in the middle. Oops. Well, the fireball should still go off regardless of whether or not the target's still alive. So, yep, we just got all those. I need a dungeon key, and then we can move out from here. The hardest part in this dungeon is the kobolds, especially the archers. They can be very annoying. But beyond that, it's not too difficult, so... see if I can just finish off these guys. Since you cast 5 charges at once, and I have the charge lying around, might as well kill the enemies, because it's better to kill them than just to try to rush the dungeon and then get mauled by them for some reason. Yeah, so it's not a very difficult dungeon. Morris does have 394 HP as well. He has very low defense. Oh, actually he has 29 defense. I have no idea how he gets 29 defense with only robes on. Anyway, at any rate, get fireball going here. So he does have the stats to take some hits. However, he is definitely not a warrior, so you can only take so much abuse from the kobolds before you would die. And that rat almost got me, but just in time saved it. Now, as far as circling dungeon goes, that's pretty circular, and we're kind of traveling in a circle. That's a really awesome dungeon pattern. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. 2 screenshots, actually. One with Fraps and with the Mabinogi in-game screenshot thingy. At any rate, so now we're just traveling through the dungeon. Moore's just trying to find out what happened because he sacrificed himself, supposedly, and woke up a couple months later and having found that his friends betrayed him, which is never fun. You never want your friends to betray you. Just no bueno. Okay, while that is going, I'm going to start lighting up another fireball, because I believe there'll be another spawn after those ones. Exactly. two bats there, but Morris has plenty of mana, so it's not exactly like it's too much of an issue to be flinging around. You also have mana potions, even if you're running out of the large mana pool you have initially. She has 600 mana. I've only used nearly about a little less than 200 of it. So these potions are only MP30s, so that's fairly low. However, he does have 50 of them, so 50 times 3. Oh, I missed a key somewhere. Probably missed it in that last room. With speedrunning dungeons, it's kind of easy to forget. There it is. It's easy to forget a key because you're not picking up anything, so you're not generally looking at the ground. You just gotta remember, each room that locks on you, you're gonna have to get a key. If the door is pre-locked, you probably won't get a key in that room. It's either an orb room or monster spawn just in front of the door, and really no issue. Now, since these guys are so close together, a fireball should be fairly easy to dispatch all of them. Just want to make sure that one that aggroes me is still in the blast radius. Alright, now I took care of all the mimics, so I can just go get the boss key, apparently. Okay, so we're nearly done here. It's going to be close to 20-minute long video. That'll be pretty long one. Hopefully that keeps you tied over for a while. Hopefully I'll get these out a little more easier, but I still have much of G1 to do. We're on quest 16. There's about 33 quests according to the wiki. So yeah, we'll be doing this for a while longer. See if I can kill these two rats before and get the new one spawned. And lag might make my plan not work. So the plan was to launch the fireball and then kill the rats, so that when the new rats spawn, the exploding fireball takes a majority of them out. Just like that. But since you don't know where they spawn, it's kind of tricky to place a fireball well, but if you generally go to the middle of the room, you should do alright. Lightning Bolt can take out a lot of enemies quickly, or at least weaken them. And then you can use Ice Bolt to finish more of them off, if you want to use that strategy. And I'm missing a key. I forgot to pick it up, didn't I? Yep, there it is. You gotta remember to pick up a key in each room that basically open a chest, and there will be a key spawn in that room. Unless it's one of those treasure chests that we encountered earlier. Now, here's the boss key. I don't know if there's actually a boss. It might just be a mini-show. Oh, no. Oh, yep, here we go. So these are ghost armors, which we'll find out. Yep, ghost armor 1. Moore's the Grand Wizard. We have finally found you. Please, let go of your anger and come with us. You may be alive, but you aren't really alive. You are already considered deceased in your world. You can no longer return to the world of humans. To you who disguise yourself as humans, but really aren't, who dares try getting in the way of a furious wizard? They say that there's no wrath like a woman scorned, but there's no wrath like a woman wizard scorned. I'm pretty sure that'd be worse. Wizardress? I don't know. Anyway, Moors, I apologize for my previous comments have upset you, but your life is no longer in your hand. The only reason you're still alive is because of the will of the goddess Morrigan. And Job Chiel sacrificed his own life in order to sustain yours. Oh, is that how it went? Oh, great wizard Moors, even if you wish to return to your human world, or human realm, you will not be able to sustain your life. Countless foamers have sacrificed their lives for you, and hope that you realize how valuable your life really is. So Moors' life is supposedly valuable to the foamers. Do not get in the way of leaving this place. I shall go back to the human world. I will not forgive anyone that gets in my way. I'm gonna stop recording, just in case this cuts off here. Perfect timing. Now I believe we just have to kill a couple ghost warriors, and they are weakest to Moors, so they should not pose much of a threat at all. So just kill a couple of them. If they're all grouped up nicely, you could probably kill them all with fireball. Yep, there's only 3 left, and probably could have owned all of them. Now we have a question mark, mystery person here in the black armor. Stop, Moors, enough already. There's no reason to fight this meaningless battle anymore. He's holding a 2-handed sword in one hand, like a boss. Step aside, you don't make me repeat myself. I will not forgive anyone who gets in my way, even if it's the goddess herself. Oh, Trouble Wizard, I understand why you long to return. But if you do return, you will surely die. Why do you not believe us? You don't trust us. It will only cause you more pain. There is, ellipses there. That probably should mean I should have drawn those sentences out more. But whatever. Why do you believe I would die if I return? Oh, Moors, would you like to find out yourself? Do you think you can handle the truth if I want? The truth I am about to show you? You can't handle the truth. Lord of Darkness, do not underestimate me. Very well then, behold. I waved my arm there, you couldn't see it, but I waved my arm to get that more of an effect. And now some black misty stuff popped up, and we get to see a burning house. This is my house. But why is it in flames? Tell me, what's going on? It's you, isn't it? Do you think you can threaten me by doing this? Hold back your assumptions. It's not us. Take a closer look. Or just wait for the humans to walk in this shot. That'll work too. So these torches should be on fire, but they're not on fire. That can't be. Why are human soldiers in my house? Don't know if you heard that, but there's a baby crying. I'm gonna stop recording in case this scene cuts out. Okay, so basically Morge was, you just said, like, no, my child, Sheila, stuff like that. The humans are responsible for this. The upper-class aristocrats who received reports from your friends did this. We tried to stop it. I am sorry. Because you found out Jab Shield's ultimate spell, you and everyone related to you was murdered. It should be was murdered. Anyway, you at least died and became a hero, but your family wasn't so lucky. This all happened while you were unconscious. A lot can happen in a couple months. Sheila, my love, my baby, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All because of me. Moors, in the human world, you're considered a great hero. You sacrificed your life by throwing your body to repel Jab Shield's ultimate spell. Do you ever stop to think of what would happen if you, who died as a hero, were to appear in your world alive? Do you think about what would happen? The humans will try to kill you again, so for their selfish gain. All of your friends have become heroes, and they have enough power to silence one high-leveled wizard. I don't know, Moore's pretty high-level. I think he could take on quite a lot of them. That's the reality. If you just witnessed this one ugly truth about the nature of humans, truth means nothing to them, only their twisted sense of justice, which they acknowledge only amongst themselves. I, myself, who also turned my back on the side of the race called humans. If you seek revenge, submit yourself to the goddess Morrigan's eternal will. I shall lead you to the goddess. Let's go. Oh, the scene doesn't end there. It's a long scene. Torches going in the blackness. Oh, now all of a sudden. Oh, hey, look, it's Goddess Morrigan. Moors, you poor soul. You must. I can't talk in a female voice, so don't even ask me to try. You must be in such pain. So much pain. Such pain. So much pain. You. Or why. Or actually be, you are. Exclamation point. Yes, I am Morrigan, protector of humans, guardian of warriors, after I became petrified during the first war of the field of Turerid. Close enough. I have been staying here ever since, this mystery dungeon, which looks oddly familiar to me, but may not be familiar to you people during this generation the first time. This is Tir Kano? No, Tir Nanog. Difference. Where you are is not important. As important as your feelings towards humans. Betrayal, hatred, sadness. The dark side of the force. I mean, Mabinogi. Even if you have given up on humans due to their... Even you have given up on humans due to their immoral nature. Flash of red. Do you forgive those who slaughtered your family? If the opportunity of vengeance comes your way, will you seize it? That was definitely not female voice. No. I will get revenge no matter what. He's saying no, that he will not forgive them. Kind of read that wrong. Anyway, those who have made me like this, and those who have killed my family, I will follow them to the depths of hell. I will not let them get away. Although I am the guardian of warriors, I am also the author of war and vengeance. I have also lost hope in the humans. They say their own brethren from greed and selfishness to achieve the order of Anton Semini. Use the phone call. To bring peace to the world. Humans must be destroyed. You understand my will, don't you? Shaky camera. Oh, goddess, answer me. I will do anything for you. What can I do to help you get your revenge? Oops, sorry. Alright, we achieved both level 13, and we also acquired a new keyword, Morrigan's Revenge. Oh, that is different. And we completed the quest, so we have to wait for the next quest to come. And so that is what we're doing for G1 now. So, as the plot stands, Morris has betrayed the humans, and Morrigan has seemed to as well. So, I guess the humans are in trouble now. And so we're figuring all this out, and we need to figure out what we're going to do about it. Looks like the humans are in deep trouble. So, the next quest, next video, we will find out more about this troubling news. But, until then, I will see you later, and thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. I enjoy comments and whatnot, so feel free to do that, and post anything else you'd like to see on the channel. Anyway, again, thank you for watching, for like the second time, and have fun playing Mabinogi.